I wanted to discuss the challenges in achieving climate mitigation goals and the status of our global efforts. Um, it's pretty undeniable, and in recent years, a lot of people have taken notice of keeping our planet healthy, being able to emit less emissions, and being able to better the state of our climate. I want to highlight some of the ups and downs. Obviously, there's been lots of laws put in place in every country, not just America, to help with our climate and global warming and everything. And one thing, a video I saw, I think it was in Paris, France, and other European countries, that cities have been relying more on bike than cars, and that over the last 10 years there's been a substantial increase in bikes and being able to emit less emissions. Also, one thing to keep in note, the wave of electric cars. Obviously, they did emit less for the environment, but there's also been a stance to think about just not the cars themselves, but their manufacturing plants and the mining and this other stuff it does for the environment. The EPA did a study, and they actually showed that the greenhouse gases emissions associated with electric cars over its lifetime are typically lower than those with an average gasoline-powered car, even when accounting for manufacturing. So I think that's a good point to bring up, that when lots of people like to bring up the counter argument of, well, these manufacturing plants are creating emissions, but over a lifetime of someone who has a electric car and a gas-powered car, that when you include all the emissions to the environment, all the harm they can bring to the environment, that over the lifetime, electric car will emit less bad to the environment. I think that's pretty huge. That also from where we started, especially in 2013, from NASA, from our first source, it states that the level of carbon dioxide that's in the atmosphere surpassed 400 parts per million, and that's our first time in human history. So I think that's not something just to gloss over, that in all of human history and all of humans and everything's contributed to the planet, that the carbon dioxide is bigger than ever and an issue in what the emissions we have on the environment. And you fast forward 10 years later to another study, another article by the Global Environment Facility. It shows that, yes, countries, like I've stated, have made huge steps to help with our environment, that when you combine all the impacts, we still fall short. And we have to continue this. I think that it needs to be a big issue. This is not just for me to talk to you about, but this is the world we live in. This is the world that, we get air from, we get oxygen, we grow plants, we have drinkable water. The more that we do bad to our planet, you could say the more our planet's going to do bad to us. So I think it's important that we take those sources, we take those statistics, we learn about our mistakes. What can we do? What stuff that we did in the past that we can change on? And so I know that as we highlight these issues and we change our habits, that we're able to do better for our environment.